Alright. As you can see, it's frosted over nicely. That's frosted over nicely. Let's see what the other one looks like. Yeah. That's frosted over pretty good too. At least there wasn't a lot of moisture, so the window did drop down its prerequisite. And for those who ask, yeah, I never use this. Whoops. I never use this parking brake unless I'm idling it, warming the vehicle up. I'm gonna put this on because this is my favorite feature ever. That defroster not only defrosts the back window, but it also defrosts the mirrors, which we can't see right now. So yeah, back to this. I know in quite a few other countries, people always shift it into neutral, pull the emergency brake whenever they park their vehicles. I do not. I never have in any of the hundreds of vehicles I've had, literally. I've never once used just the emergency brake to park it because I don't trust these things. They rust up. Here on the East Coast, we use salt, lots of it. It rots out cables, breaks cables. The emergency brake is probably the least safe thing on an American car because it's not even useful in an emergency generally. They can be very problematic. What's never been problematic is me leaving it in gear, parked. Even on a slight incline, I've had people say, oh, the engine can't hold the compression, it'll roll away. If it's doing it, I'm not seeing it, at least not with the naked eye. Okay, so this driveway here, oops. This driveway is not a huge incline, but it is an incline, and I am parked on it. And if this car was going to go anywhere, along with any of my other vehicles, they'd be rolling. Let's take a walk over to this one here. It's kind of hard to tell, but this one is also on a very slight incline. It's in first gear. Emergency brake's not on that one. If I leave the emergency brake on, the drums will freeze, and then I won't be able to release it. And then I've got an emergency. Look at how fast those little buggers work. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with heated mirrors. I've only had them on like 2 other vehicles in my life, but they are awesome. Once the car starts to heat that up, that'll be good. But these are really probably the single best feature that I can think of on a car that you can have on the East Coast, because rear view mirrors are really super handy. One of the reasons why I don't rely on backup cameras, I don't know if you can even see that or not. These cameras get crudded up super fast. There, that's clean now. But yeah, that's kind of a bad position for that camera to be in. I'm not sure where else they could have put it. The European version is underneath. I don't know. It doesn't seem any cleaner under there, so I don't think that would work either. But yeah, this was the reason I chose this car, the GT, over the Sport, because even though I missed out on the Recaro seats, I got the heated mirrors. You know what doesn't defrost really well? The part you need to look out. Interestingly enough, the little spot where the camera is, so this is the camera for the all that crap on the dash that shows the stop signs and the speed signs and things like that. That seems to clean itself up fairly quickly. The windshield's starting to get there. But yeah, you can definitely see how this car seems to be more geared for the right-hand drive market than the left-hand drive market, because it always seems to thaw out a little bit better for the passengers than it does for the driver. You notice nothing's touched on the driver's side at all, and it's not just the sunlight hitting it. That's the defroster. All right, but other than that, I am really digging this car. It's been fantastic. I know that probably in like 6 or 7 years, I'm probably gonna hate it because of all the electronic doodads that are gonna start going bad rapido. But other than that, I really love this car. All right, so you can see it's 25 degrees. And we'll see Ted's take on the subject. He built that himself. This morning, Ted's in a meat coma. Yesterday, we had steak. All right, it's been about 2 minutes. I came back out again here. It's starting to clear. We're almost clear. I'm gonna whack some water on it, because 25 degrees. that's exactly what you want to do. Let's throw some antifreeze up there. Woohoo! It does actually accelerate the melting, so that's not crazy. I know it probably seems crazy. All right, then you can see this haze right here. The air conditioning, and you get to watch that haze start to disappear right in front of your very eyes. I can see it. I don't know if you can see it or not. Might not be showing up through the camera, but it is in fact clearing, especially like this area here. And this is starting to clear. I don't know if I can drop that down or not. Let's give her a shot. Nope. So this is one of the problems with the door, having to open the window a little bit in order to get the door open, because of the rubber that's out there. When you hit it, it's not going down. So it comes down just enough, I think. Let's see how that rubber's doing here. Yeah. So you can see how that rubber is like jammed in here. It's supposed to be all the way out. There we go. Now because I pulled it out, it's out. But yeah, that's one of the things that they don't seem to understand is here on the East Coast, we get like freezing rain and all that stuff. This thing here being behind the window glass is not a good idea. I don't even know what its intention is, because it doesn't appear to do anything useful. I mean, there's tracks inside where the water can go down, but like this flap, if that gets caught behind the door, it's just going to introduce water inside of that area anyways. So they would have been better off just to leave it at the same exact height as the rest of the rubber. I don't know. Completely befuddled about that. But yeah, that's something the Mazda engineers could definitely work on. Now, like I said, all of these things they're little problems. You can't get real bent out of shape over them. But they are problems nonetheless. And like the problem with the little rubber piece, that's something new that they added in. My last car did not have that. So that's something they could have definitely not done. That was a disimprovement. Yeah, I just made up a new word.